Today we're going to be making a 1-point perspective drawing of a road with trees alongside of it. It's a simple version of this drawing that we have done already. Okay? So the first thing we do is to draw a line in the middle of our paper. It's a horizontal line representing the horizon line. This the vanishing point will not be in the center. It will be slightly to the right. So this is the center, slightly to the right. Okay? Then we are going to connect our corners to our vanishing point. Okay, so now we have four lines connecting to each corner, and we have the horizon line. So if you look at our paper, we have one triangle here, one area. Do you see? And this area is we are going to have the top of the trees on this area. On this triangle here, we're going to have the bottom of the trees, the trunks, okay? Same to this side. This triangle is for the top of the trees, and this triangle for the bottom of the trees. Our road is this triangle here. Can you see? All right, so we are going to start. Try to make very lightly a circle here, very close to the vanishing point. This is not going to be the shape of your tree. It's just the size of the top of your tree, okay? And then here we make another one. It needs to touch both lines, at least in one point. Here, I'm going to make another circle. It's not going to touch, because to make a circle, it's not going to touch the top of this line, and it's okay. If you want to make your tree touching the top of the line, then it's going to be a little bit like oval. So here, I want to make another tree. So I'm going to make another circle. Maybe a little closer to my tree. And here, another one. This one is not really a circle. It's more like an oval. Do you see? I made it fit in this triangle here. The top of my trees will be in this triangle. Now I need to make trunks for those trees. So I'm going to make a trunk. Should I just stop the trunk here because it looks better? No, because I'm following a rule, and the rule says that the trunk needs to touch this line. So I'm going to do it. How about this one? Should I just make it like until here? It looks better like this. No, because I'm following a rule, and the rule says I have to make the lines connecting this line here to this line here when I make the trunk. So I'm going to follow the rules, although my eyes are telling me, no, make it shorter. I will not believe my eyes right now. I'm just going to follow rules, and then later I'm going to see if it made sense or not. Same thing here. I have this area here, this circle, that is supposed to be the top of my tree, and I need to make two lines going down. See, they're vertical lines. They go down. All those lines go down. And here, another line going down, okay? For the other tree that's gonna be here. So now I know, notice that I made it very lightly with my pencil because this is not my drawing, my final drawing. This is just where the top of the tree will be, okay? I'm gonna erase this later. My drawing I'm gonna make with my Sharpie. So this is just, I use the pencil just to tell myself, this is the area, this is the space that I have to make my tree. So I'm gonna start with a trunk. I'm not going over exactly where I made the line. I can make a little changes, look. Little changes are welcome because trees are not perfect. See? And I can even make maybe a fancy trunk here on this one as well. Okay, this one too. So the treetop, I'm gonna start with the big one. Always start with the big one because the big one's gonna be in front. If you start with the small one, then it's gonna be hard to make the overlapping part. Let me show you. If my big one is kind of like this, it goes outside the paper. So it's overlapping this tree here. Look, see, it's overlapping here. This one, I don't believe it's gonna overlap. So which one do I start? With this one, the little one, or the big one? The one that's gonna be in front. That's the one I start. If it goes in your imagination outside of the paper, it's okay. So now I make the one that is on the back, okay? So here we need to finish this. I'm gonna make an oval shape. In all of them. And do you notice that one is longer than the other? One side is longer. I'm just gonna make it longer a little bit. To make this oval shape a little fancy, I'm gonna make a double line. One little line going down. Doesn't have to be perfect. So I'm going to make some texture here. And some flowers. So the flowers need to get smaller as well. So here, you're not gonna see details of the flowers. Here, flower. Smaller flowers. You don't even see the details of them, right? So do you see this line here that we made, the road? I'm gonna keep it, but I'm not gonna make it crossing our tree, right? So I need to make it behind our trees, behind this oval area too. Okay, until my horizon line. Again, okay, and then I'm gonna make the horizon line. Here, my horizon line is behind the trees. Here it shows a little bit. Here it shows, and then it's behind the trees. Oh, a little bit here. All right, so that's all we need. To make the sun, I have this container, and I'm going to use, to make a sunset, right? I'm going to use this. I don't want to risk using Sharpie because I cannot really see where I'm tracing it. So I'm going to use my pencil. it went a little bit over my tree. That's pencil, I can erase it later. So I'm gonna trace it. So I have my sun. My sun is behind the trees. I'm gonna make a sunset. So right now, I'm going to erase the lines that I don't need. I don't need any of those lines that I made with pencil. Only the ones that I traced on top of them. Okay, I think it's good enough. So this is our drawing.